Hi everyone, it's K.Short here and welcome to Short Talk Sunday. It's 7 p.m. and y'all are here with me, which I really appreciate. So thank you for tuning in. But today I want to talk to y'all about taking things personally because it's one of the agreements that Don Miguel Ruiz talks about in his book, The Four Agreements. And my inspiration for this topic was because something happened to me earlier this week and I just had to talk about it. I just really couldn't believe how far it really went and how far this agreement is so vital to our lives, to be completely honest. What happened earlier this week was basically I was doing my thing at work and one of the people that were around me said, "Hey, I'm really bored." And I was just like, man, only boring people get bored. And honestly, that's one of my favorite quotes you could hear anybody or ask anybody. I say that all the time. Every time I hear someone saying they're bored, I'm like, hey, yo, only boring people get bored. I said it like I normally would. And that person really took that personally. And that person said, "Harsh, are you calling me bored?" And I was like, I'm just saying, only boring people get bored. And interesting about people that get bored is that they tend to gossip. Interesting enough, I walked away and I heard like whispering in the back, and I was like, whatevs, you know what I mean? Like, that's what it is. Next day, I find out, coming to work, find out that person calls out. And I was just, flabbergasted at the fact that that person called out. My supervisor ended up telling me that that person continued to talk about how I called that person boring, I guess, and that may have been the reason why they called out. And I was just like, wow, someone would go that far to call out, like lose money because of someone's statement, And so, I don't know, for me, if someone were ever call me boring or call me anything else, like, I'm not going to let that affect me. I'm going to come to work and do what I have to do. I'm not going to lose money and risk in not being able to pay my bills because I took something personally. When it comes to this agreement, not taking anything personally, is something that I just want to say that I did not make up and that I give credit all to Don Miguel Ruiz. I just want to brief it on all of you because I think nowadays we're very visual. And when it comes to that, it's easier to just understand something when something is being put in a video for us. So I'm going to brief this chapter for you and let you know how this could really apply to our lives. When it comes to this agreement, if someone were to ever say, hey, you're dumb, at the end of the day, it's not about us. It's about them. And so when we take things personally, that means that we truly believe that statement, whatever that statement was, whether it's being dumb or ridiculous or a drama person or whatever, all those silly things that people tell us to believe, that they want us to believe. But we take it personally because we agree with it. As soon as we agree with it, that's poison that goes through us, and we're trapped in that belief. What causes us to be trapped in that belief is the thing called personal importance. That means that we've taken things so personal to the maximum expression of selfishness because we assume that everything is about us. Everything's about me, 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 me. I don't blame us for taking things so personally, thinking everything's about us, because we were domesticated. That's the word that he uses in his book. We were domesticated to believe that everything is about us. That's the world we grew up in. That's what we've been taught. That's all we know. At the end of the day, nothing people do is because of us. It's because of them. What they say or do is according to their agreements in their own minds. That point of view comes from their own programming that they've experienced in their life since the very beginning. Like I said, something that we didn't even have any choice in. So when we take that poison upon ourselves and make it our own, that makes us easy prey. Just like that experience happened, that made that person easy prey. That means that anything I say or do will affect this person because they've allowed it to. I don't want to be easy prey. I don't want people to think I can tell K.Short whatever I want and she's going to believe me and go break down crying, or she's going to get a big old head because she believes it too, whatever compliment it is. I don't want people to come after me like that, and I don't think y'all want people to come after you like that either. So don't be easy prey and take into account what everybody says about us. Same goes for good statements. People say that when they're happy, and they're going to say mean things when they're upset. When it comes to not letting any of that affect us, that means that we're comfortable in our own skin. That means that we know what we believe, we know what we value, we know who we are, we know, all these things, that we don't need people's good statements or bad statements to come at us. And I know that sounds a little weird. It's like, wait, I'm not supposed to take a compliment. Just say thank you, move on with your life. But when we take it, then it's like, now we need that validation all the time. And I know I'm not the only one who needs that validation. I know that a lot of us, when we hear a good job from a teacher, all that stuff, that's because we've been domesticated. Oh, you've been a good kid, you're going to get a candy. You've been a bad kid, you're going to be put in a corner. And this is exactly what this book talks about. And that's why I want y'all to grab this book, because this book is so simple, but it's so hard to really embed into our lives because we've been taught something else. Like I said, I'm not perfect at this. I don't know if I'll ever be perfect at it, but I think being aware of it is definitely something that helps. Once again, when taking things personally, it's our choice if we want to take it personally or not. That's all it is. It's our choice. At this moment right here, someone could say something to us, and it's our choice right here at this moment. Like, am I going to take that personally or am I not? That's a choice. And I think a lot of people forget that. And so we shouldn't be setting ourselves up for suffering. When we take things personally, we're setting ourselves up for suffering. We're just suffering in someone else's belief, in someone else's mind, in their world that they've created, that's the truth. But the crazy thing about it is that if we were to become immune to what everybody says about us, the good, the bad, the ugly, if we become immune to it, if anything, it will affect the sender more, the person who's saying it. You know, like, what? They didn't believe what I had to say? And it's like, nah, like, I know who I am and what I stand for, what I believe and what I do. You know, and I don't need your validation and I don't need your nasty remarks either, to be honest. When we don't need to place our trust in what other people say or do. You know, we only need to trust ourselves to make responsible choices. You know, we are never responsible for the actions of others. We're only responsible for ourselves. And, you know, this is something we've been told our whole lives. But I'm telling you, this book will bring clarity to all of it. And so at the end of the day, don't take anything personally. Don't call out and lose money because I called you boring. You know what I mean? Just go pick up a book or something. Taking things personally gets in the way of a lot of things for ourselves as individuals. Like I said, I just want to share this with all of you because I think this is wisdom that needs to be shared amongst our generation. That needs to be shared with a lot of people, to be completely honest, because it's not always about us. And I think we believe that it is always about us because that's what we've been taught. But once we realize what we've been taught and how we can make that choice and to not take things personally and how we can live a better life by not taking things personally, I'm up for it. So at the end of the day, I just want y'all to pick up this book. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Don't take anything personally if you don't pick up the book. I won't take it personally if you don't pick up the book. I'm just saying, if we don't take anything personally and we become immune to other people's remarks, good or bad, and we know who we are and what we stand for, then it's all good, you know, in the neighborhood at the end of the day. So welcome to Short Talk Sunday. I hope this is a little bit of motivation for your Monday tomorrow. And this week, maybe just Monday. Not take anything personally. Realize it's all in their head. You know, that's their world, that's their dream. And we have our own. And we know what we do in our life and how we're going to live that. Tomorrow, conquer Monday. Mondays are full of possibilities, opportunities. Don't dread it. Just be happy that we woke up another Monday. And so once again, welcome to Short Talk Sunday. I'll see y'all next Sunday. This is K.Short, and I'm out. If you like this video, subscribe. And if you agree with it, make sure to share it with all your friends. I think it's some good information to pass on. So if you agree with it, then gosh damn it. So if you agree with it, like it. If you